Hello and welcome to Dotto Tech. As our computers have evolved from business tools to becoming a part of our personal lives, we've seen a profound shift in what we do with them. Keeping business data, sending correspondence, managing inventories, well, those are all business tasks that don't really require personality in our computers, or in the operating system for that matter. But now we use our computers for so much more, and we expect much more from our operating systems. Now, for many of us, our computer is at the center of our lives, connecting everything for us. It needs to facilitate communication, entertainment, sharing, and research. It needs to fit into our lives and then connect us with our world. Well, today we're going to look at Vista, and it's not your old geek's operating system. Vista is designed with living in mind, and of course security as well. But for now, I want to concentrate on how this operating system works in your life. It's actually kind of Zen-like because it's all about flow. How you get your pictures, your music, your video, your letters, your appointments. How you get your life into the computer. Then you need structure applied so that you can find all your items and essentially become one with your data. For example, we take thousands of digital pictures. We need to sort them, and then we need to be able to find them again. And when we find them, then we need to output our photos by printing them or sharing them on the web or burning them on CDs or DVDs. Now, all this can be accomplished in the new world of Vista. Allow us to dive right in. Now, it's always tough for me to know exactly where to start when I show you a new operating system, but I had a sign. I thought we should start here where it says Start. Actually, this is a great place to start looking at Vista, because for those of you who are concerned that what you've learned in older versions of Windows won't carry through into Vista, the interface in the operating system is very similar. This is the Start menu where all of our different groupings happen. Things like documents, photos, music, games are all grouped in the top right-hand side of the Start menu. Then we have our controls for controlling the computer and for connecting to the internet, that sort of stuff. Now, one thing that is different is when we go into the different menus, they won't cascade out the side like they used to do and down to the bottom of the screen and be awkward to find. Everything is now contained right within this real estate here. Now, down the center is dynamic information which will change depending on what applications you use the most. So your most commonly used files or applications are going to appear here in the center section. Down the bottom is our search field. Now, searching has changed profoundly in Vista. Instead of actually searching every file on the computer every time you try and search, it searches an index, which speeds things up dramatically. That's the biggest thing that I noticed using modern operating systems, is how fast I can find things because of indexed searching. Now, we'll be showing you that as we move along today. Let's go into the program area. These programs look after the most important personal part of our digital lives. They give us all the tools that we need to manage our pictures, manage our music, our videos, our calendar, address book, and they give us all the tools we need to communicate. In fact, with these programs, you can start using Vista without installing a single extra application and do most of what you need to do right away. Take a look through. We have Windows Photo Gallery, which we'll look at in a moment. We have Movie Maker, we have Media Center, we have Mail, we have DVD Maker, and we have Defender, Contacts, and Calendar. So each one of these applications is scalable. If you need more capability, there's usually an upgrade. But right out of the box, Vista is more useful than any version of Windows before it. You can have a very rich computing experience as soon as you boot it up. So in our world, we've got all of our stuff. We've got our pictures, our music, video, words. It's all around us. It's in print. It's in our cameras. It's on CDs, on DVDs. I mentioned earlier that Vista's all about flow. But what is flow without process? We need a way to get all our stuff from out here, into the computer. So Vista's designed to facilitate that process. So it'll take our stuff and then allow us to organize it, protect it, and find it, and then edit it, and finally do something with it, make projects, share it. Then my circle is complete. So let's get busy. So you have to imagine now that this is everything in my world. This is a little USB key that I got a whole bunch of photos on. But it could be a digital camera. It could be a scanner. It could be a camcorder. It could be the web. I'm going to bring content into Vista. And really, the whole flow process starts as we start to connect all of these different devices to our computer and flow the information in. Now, Vista immediately recognizes that there are photos on this USB key, and it gives me this import wizard which will assure that these photos are imported correctly and the proper applications recognize that they're there. So we're going to let these files import, and while that's happening, I'm going to go get myself a nice cup of chai. I could get used to this Zen thing. Getting all of our data into the computer is just the first step. Now, once it's in the computer, we need to organize it, edit it, protect it, and Vista ships with a new program called Windows Photo Gallery. Its organizational tools are something to write home about. Let me show you it. We finished importing all of our photos, and we now have some 1,248 photos in our collection. If you've got this many photos, you need an organizational system that will allow you to find your photos quickly and be able to identify them. And we do that mainly through a process called tagging. Now, we've shown you tagging before on the show, but what you do is you create tags and then apply them to all the photos that have similar information. So here, for example, we're in Peggy's Cove, and all of these photos, I'd create a new tag called Peggy's Cove and apply it to all these photos. And then I'd apply that Steve tag to the photos with Steve in it, so I can quickly, just by selecting the tags, find all the pictures at Peggy's Cove with Steve in it that quickly. We can also organize it by date. We can search by date or by our ratings, which gives us some extra options. Now, I've created some tags here for red eye examples because I want to show you some of the tools that we have. So see how quickly I can find all my red eye photos? That was good. Looking along the top, we see the additional tools and features that we have in Windows Photo Gallery that'll help us manage our photo life. For example, we often want to repair photos. There's problems with them, so we go into the Fix area, and I want to adjust the red eye in this, but I can also choose Auto Adjust, which will quickly adjust the contrast and brightness. But watch how quickly it fixes the red eye. I simply select that tool and then highlight the two offending eyes, and now they look great. It's that easy and it's that quick to do the basic image editing adjustments that we want to do. So once we've got the photo looking the way we want, it's time to start thinking about sharing it. How do we share it? Well, we could print it off, or we can send it as an email. If I click on the email button, it gives me some logical tools to help with sending it as an email. For example, I might want to send it in a different resolution. If they have a slow internet connection, I'll send a small photo. But if it's Grandma and Granddad who have a high-speed internet connection, I'll send them a larger copy of the photograph. It gives me those kind of additional options. We can also choose to burn these photos to either a data disk or to a video DVD. And if we want to get really fancy, we can take a whole bunch of photos and we can import them into Windows Movie Maker, which will allow us to use them as the basis for a video that we can then output to DVD, or we can output as a video file. You see, Vista's got a very different feel than Windows XP had. In XP, it was all about functionality. You could do most of the things that we're showing here, but you had to figure out the path for yourself. You had to add applications and programs and figure out systems to do it. Well, now with Vista, everything is structured in a way that you flow effortlessly from task to task without a great learning curve. It's got a consistent interface. It has logical tools. Welcome to Vista. It gets better. Stick around. Want more information on the products we've covered on today's show? Then check out our new website. We've got podcasts, streaming video, and a searchable database going all the way back to our first season. Check it out at dottotech.com.